It's like some fresh air in the garage. So we have some serrated knives. We have a whole bunch of knives to do. I'm going to start with the serrated knives. We're going to be doing those on our, tighten this up a little bit. We'll be doing those on the Ken Onion. So one of the things I wanted to tell you guys, when you're doing these on a Ken Onion, I have this wheel pulled all the way back, so there's some slack in the belt. Excuse me, there's also, goodness, there's also some slack here. So you could do it a couple of ways. You could run it this way, across the bottom, or you can run it here. The thing you have to watch for on the Ken Onion, if you're running it here, is that you don't push down far enough that where this wheel is at can actually hit the back side of your knife. So if you lay that down too much, it's going to hit the back side and scratch this up. So just something to be aware of. I think I'm going to go this way with it, down here on this part of the slack belt. And see how that works. I have not done it that way before, but we shall see. And I'm looking for a burr. And I need to go a little steeper on this, I think. You want to be fairly flat with it. Although I'm not seeing a lot of burr, I'm certainly feeling it. So I'm going to run once more across here. Yeah, there's definitely a burr. So we'll go to the steak knives here in a minute. And I'll do those all in a row. But we'll go ahead and we'll get the burr off of this. I don't know if you guys can see that burr going back and forth when I come across. And it looks like we got most of it. Let's see. We got that sharpened up nice. Test it on our paper. Having trouble getting it to grip. Oops, sorry guys. So there you go. So it's push cutting. I'm happy with that. That's nice and sharp. We'll call that one done. Now we've got our 6 steak knives to do. I'm going to go after those the same way. And you can certainly feel the burr on it when it comes up, because there's like nothing there right now. Okay. You could start by running these on a 120. I just like going straight to the 600 in most cases. It's just less aggressive. And I really like doing just enough to get a little bit of a burr there with the serrations. I don't want to be real aggressive in taking down the knife. Especially with these are Cutco knives. So they have that double D serration. If you look at it real close, it's got a very weird shape to the serration. Okay, so let's get these on the wheel. See where we came out. Sometimes I do have to do these twice, only because I really don't want to get aggressive with them. Okay. So I just go back and forth lightly on the Scotch-Brite until we see that burr is no longer flipping back and forth. I know you probably can't see it on the camera, but I can actually see little pieces of the burr flying off of this. And I can see the reflective on the edge. So I can tell when we've got all that burr removed. Okay. So just keep going back and forth, working that burr. until we don't see it anymore and we know it's all gone. And I think we're there. Okay, so we can test some of these. See how they work. Let's come on over here. Sorry about the camera shaking. Oh, I didn't cut that one. I thought I had these cut. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of push cutting. That one's a little bit rough. See if that was just maybe burr. That's better. I may have to see if that's any better. Yeah, well, that was a nice push cut. There you go. Okay, so these, I think, just have to do a quick strop on these. I think we're probably getting some very tiny micro burrs stuck in these, which happens on serrated knives. So sometimes it takes a little bit of extra just to make sure we get it all out of those serrations. And I'm using the, I guess, suede side or soft side because those fibers that are on here will get into the serrations and get rid of any burr that's in there. Okay. See how those work? Yeah, there you go. So those are working good now. Yep. Can't hold the paper close enough to get going. Okay. That one's a little rough. Let's try it again. Try once more. That was a little rough. I think I'm gonna strap that one a little more. Yep, liking that one. And last one, I think we did this one already. Yep. So just got this one. It's catching a little bit. Try that one some more. There we go. Okay, so those are good. Get rid of all my little pieces here. And grab a pack of our sheets. We'll see Yeah, so I cut these right at the 6-inch mark. 2, 3, what, 6 of them? 4. 6. And then one for the big knife. And grab our towel here. Yes, these are Cutco. We do a fair number of Cutco serrated knives. If they come in and the serrations themselves are really bad, then there's not a whole lot we can do with them. But if the serrations in general are in good shape, we can get that edge sharpened up pretty well. Okay. So this customer brought in a whole bunch of stuff. I thought we'd get through at least the knives. Once I'm through the knives, I'll probably take a little break. You guys give me a second here. I will take these over to my other table and I'll bring back the next set of knives, show you what we got. Okay. So here's the next set. I don't know if you can see all those. So those are the ones we're going to do now. And for those, we're going to use our buck tool. Slow speed machines. This is a Bora 7 belt. It's about 120 grit. And then we'll move down to the Acceleron belt, which is a 120. Let me get you in here where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, on this one, this bolster is a little bit high. So I'm going to Take that down just a bit. Okay. These look like they have been sharpened before. And we still do not have a very good burr on this one. I'm just checking for a burr. Feels pretty good. Some knives you can see that burr real easy. Others not so much. It's kind of a weird thing. Okay. This one I am going to do this way. Okay, you can definitely see the burr on that one. Whoops. Yeah, I can see where that's been sharpened before and how bad that was. That was just not a real good sharpening job. But we'll get them there. Not quite. Starting to see some shine up there from the burr. Still not there. Man, that burr is barely there. There it is. Okay. Good. Yeah, that one feels good. Okay. So we're all set with that. Let's go down to the 120 belt. Refine those edges a little bit. While I'm thinking about it, guys, certainly would be a help if you hit that like button. And if you want to see us doing some other sharpening that we do, you can go ahead and subscribe. The problem with doing this is this corner can catch your belt. And I do not want that to happen. So I'm going to do edge trailing on those when you have those recurves like that. Okay, let's go ahead and deburr these. We're going to do these on the, probably on both wheels. A bit of compound on there. And running it across this, just get some of that burr off. And then this just really refines that edge. And that leather wheel sounds a lot rougher than it really is. I'm barely touching that wheel, but the knives tend to make a lot of noise when they're touching that leather. So it's really just touching that edge, just to buff it up. This one I may have to, nope, I think I got it. Just so you can see if any more burrs coming up, but I don't see any. So should be good on that one. There we go. Okay. So we did all the serrated. Now we did all the straight blade knives. So let's see how these came out. Let me get you in a position where you can see all this. Now when I do these, sometimes that compound that's on that leather wheel will get on the very edge of these. So I make sure that I clean that edge really well. Make sure there's no compound left. If you have a bunch of bright light, it helps to see what's going on with that edge and to make sure that you've got it all shined up the way it should be. So usually after I clean the blade, I'm turning it and looking at it in the light to make sure that there's nothing left on the blade. See if I can show you. See how that almost looks serrated right there? That is compound. See? So that's what you got to make sure you get off the edge of the blade. Okay, that looks good. It looks really weird when the compound gets on there. It actually does, it makes it look like either the edge is wavy or it's serrated. When it's not, it's kind of bizarre the way the compound will stick to the edges on these knives. First few times I saw that, I'm like, what is wrong with my belts? I thought they were like doing an uneven sharpen on the edge or something. And I figured out it was compound. I was like, that's the way the compound sticks to the blade. So that's why I always double check. Make sure we got all that off there. Is that just one sheet? I think it is. Okay, so let's see where we're at. We'll test them all. And that's how they should cut. Nice and smooth. Perfect. Oop. Okay, so let's double check that one. See if I got a burr. Oh, we're good. Them are some sharp knives. Like it. Okay, guys. So that takes care of sharpening. And I got some other stuff to sharpen over there. I don't know if I'm gonna come back on when I do those. But we'll get all these in sheaths. You always want to be careful when you put these in the sheaths so you don't accidentally poke yourself. You just want to take your time and go slow. And last one. There we go. Okay, guys. I think I'm going to take a break. I got a bunch of others. You probably saw it in the thumbnail. It's a pizza cutter and some scissors, a big vegetable cutter, and some other stuff over there yet to do. So I'm going to take a little break and I'll come back and do those later. And maybe I'll turn on the camera when I do those. We'll see what happens, what the day brings. But appreciate you guys watching, being with me. Again, if you'd like and subscribe, it helps out our channel. We're doing what we can. And it seems like YouTube lately, for some reason, I don't know if they changed the algorithm or what, we're not getting quite as many people on. And I've noticed that with some of the other sharpeners too. They've been asking if that's across the board. It seems to be. So hopefully that'll correct itself. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having good weather like we're having today. We're supposed to be in for some storms the next couple of days, but we're going to enjoy it today, that's for sure. Hope you guys are too. And we will see you guys in the next one.